Meet me in the secret place with God. Powerful morning prayers to begin your day. Imagine starting your day in a quiet, peaceful spot where it's just you and God. That's what this morning is all about. Finding that secret place where everything else fades away. You don't need fancy words or a big plan, just a heart ready to connect. Picture yourself stepping away from the noise of life, the buzzing phone, the endless to-do list. It's early, the world's still waking up, and you've got this moment to breathe. God's already there waiting for you like a friend who's been up all night just to chat. This isn't about rules or routines. It's about being real. You can whisper, you can sit in silence, or you can just listen. The secret place isn't a physical spot on a map. It's wherever you let him in. Maybe it's your kitchen table with a cup of coffee or a corner of your room with the curtains still drawn. That's the beauty of it. He meets you right where you are. No need to fix yourself up first, come as you are. This morning prayer isn't a performance, it's a conversation. Think about how good it feels to start your day knowing you're not alone. You've got a strength bigger than yourself to lean on. The worries that usually creep in, they don't get the first word today. Instead, you're handing it all over, your fears, your hopes, your mess. And in return, you get peace that sticks with you. It's like a reset button for your soul. So, take a second right now, close your eyes if you want, and just say, God, I'm here. That's all it takes to step into the secret place. The sun's just peeking over the horizon, painting the sky with soft colors, and you're already settling into this quiet moment with God. It's like the world's hitting pause, giving you space to feel His presence. You don't have to rush through this. There's no clock ticking here. Think about what's on your mind today. Maybe it's something small, like a task you're dreading, or maybe it's heavier, weighing you down before your feet even hit the floor. Whatever it is, you can bring it to this secret place. God's not too busy to listen, and He's not judging you for it either. Imagine handing over that burden like it's a backpack you've been carrying too long. Feel it slip off your shoulders as you talk to Him about it. You might not have all the answers yet, but there's a comfort in knowing He's got it under control. This morning prayer sets the tone. Everything else can wait. You're not just asking for stuff. You're soaking in the fact that you're loved. That's the fuel you need to face the day. Picture His peace wrapping around you like a warm blanket on a chilly morning. It's not complicated. Just let it sink in. You can even thank Him for the little things like the breath in your lungs or the smell of rain outside. Gratitude shifts something inside you, doesn't it? It's like flipping a switch from stress to trust. And as you sit there, you realize this isn't a one-way street. He's speaking back, not always in words, but in that calm feeling you can't explain. This secret place becomes your anchor, steadying you for whatever's ahead. So, linger here a bit longer. The day will still be there when you're done. Now that you're settled into this quiet space, it's like the chaos of the world hasn't gotten its grip on you yet. The morning feels fresh, like a clean slate, and you're letting God write the first words on it. You don't have to figure everything out right now. There's freedom in that. Maybe yesterday left you tired or last night's sleep wasn't enough. That's okay. This moment isn't about having it all together. It's about leaning into something bigger than your own strength. Picture yourself sitting at His feet, like a kid who doesn't need to pretend to be perfect. You can ask Him for help with what's coming today. Big or small, it all matters. Need patience for that tough conversation? He's got you. Worried about a decision? He's listening. This secret place is where you trade your anxiety for His calm. It's not magic, it's just real. You might even start noticing the little ways He shows up, like a bird singing outside or a random thought that feels like encouragement. That's Him nudging you along. You're not begging for blessings here. You're claiming what's already yours: peace, hope, a fresh start. Think about how different your day feels when it begins like this. No rushing, no faking it. Just you and God sorting things out. The noise will come later, but right now it's locked out. You're building a habit, a rhythm that carries you through. So take another deep breath and let it sink in. You're not stepping into today alone. As you sit here in this quiet bubble with God, it's like the morning wraps you in a gentle hug. The day hasn't thrown its curveballs yet. and you're soaking up this calm before the storm. You don't need a script or a checklist, just your honest self. Maybe you're thinking about someone you love, someone who needs a little extra care today. Lift them up to God. He's got room for them too. Or maybe it's you who needs lifting. Those doubts that creep in when you're not looking. Hand them over one by one like stones you've been carrying in your pockets. Feel how light you get when you let go. This secret place isn't about fixing everything. It's about trusting Him to hold it all. You might even smile a little, realizing you don't have to play superhero today. God's already on duty. Picture His strength flowing into you, steady and warm, like sunlight spilling through a window. You're not just surviving the morning. You're starting it with purpose. It's a small shift, but it changes everything. You can almost hear Him whisper, "I've got this and I've got you." That's the kind of promise that sticks. No matter what's waiting outside this moment, you're rooted here first. It's like planting your feet on solid ground before the wind picks up. You're not hiding from life, you're gearing up for it. So let this time stretch a little longer. It's fueling you more than you know. The stillness of this morning feels like a gift, doesn't it? You're here, in this secret place, and it's like God's handing you a fresh page to write on. No leftovers from yesterday's mess, just a clean start. You can almost feel the weight of the past slipping away, replaced by something lighter. Maybe there's a song in your head, or a verse you half remember. Let it roll around in there. It's not about getting it perfect, it's about letting it lift you. You're not rushing to solve the world's problems right now. Instead, you're resting in the fact that God's bigger than all of it. Think about what you need today. Courage, clarity, a little more patience than usual. Ask Him for it, plain and simple. He's not up there rolling His eyes. He's leaning in close. This quiet time is like a recharge, powering you up before the day kicks into gear. You might even picture His hand on your shoulder, steadying you for what's ahead. It's not loud or flashy, just real and steady. You're starting to see how this changes you bit by bit. The usual morning grumpiness, it's fading. The stress that normally hijacks your thoughts, it's losing its edge. This secret place is where you trade chaos for calm, one morning at a time. You're not just praying, you're connecting. And that connection, it's what carries you through. By now, this quiet corner with God feels like home, like a spot you didn't know you needed until you found it. The morning light's creeping in, soft and slow, and you're still here, just being with Him. You don't have to fill the silence with big words or fancy prayers. Sometimes it's enough to sit and know He's there. Think about how rare this is, carving out time when no one's asking anything of you. It's just you and God, no distractions, no demands. Maybe you're picturing His face, calm and kind, like someone who gets you completely. You can tell Him what's stirring in your heart, those little joys, those nagging fears. He's not in a hurry to move on. This secret place is where you get to unload without feeling silly about it. You might even laugh at how small some worries seem when you say them out loud. That's the magic of it. Things shift here. You're not carrying the day on your own. You've got a partner in it. Feel that strength building up, quiet but solid, like a river under the surface. You're not chasing peace, it's already settling in. This isn't about escaping life, it's about stepping into it stronger. You're starting to crave this time, aren't you? It's like a secret weapon for your soul. The world can wait a little longer. You're still soaking this in. The air feels a little crisper now, like the morning's fully awake, but you're still tucked away in this sacred spot with God. It's like the rest of the day's on hold, giving you this pocket of calm to just be. You're not rushing to check your phone or jump into the grind. There's power in that choice. Maybe you're thinking about what's good in your life, those blessings you sometimes overlook. A warm bed, a friend's laugh, the way the coffee smells brewing. Tell Him about it. He loves hearing you notice the small stuff. This secret place isn't just for the heavy things, it's for the light ones too. You can feel your heart soften as you do, like the edges of your day are smoothing out. It's not about forcing anything, just letting gratitude bubble up naturally. You might even ask him to open your eyes to more of it today. There's a steadiness growing in you, a quiet kind of joy that doesn't shout but hums. You're not begging for a miracle here. You're trusting he's already at work. Picture his presence like a shield, keeping the usual morning static at bay. You're not alone in this, and that hits different. It's like he's whispering, "You're enough right here." The day's coming, sure, but you're not scared of it. This time's rewiring you little by little. You're starting to carry this peace with you, not just leave it behind. The world outside might be stirring now, but in this secret place, it's still just you and God, wrapped in a stillness that feels alive. You're not chasing some big revelation, just resting in the fact that he's here. Maybe you're starting to hear his voice not in a loud boom, but in those gentle nudges that feel right. It could be a thought about letting go of something old, or a spark of hope for what's ahead. You don't have to overthink it. Just listen. This morning's different because you're tuning in, not tuning out. You might picture yourself walking with him side by side like he's showing you the day before it unfolds. There's no pressure to have it all figured out. You can ask him questions, why this, what now, and trust he's not annoyed. This secret place is safe like that. You're shedding the need to control everything, aren't you? It's like handing him the reins and feeling lighter for it. You're not just surviving this morning, you're living it. Think about how that shifts your whole day, starting from a place of trust instead of tension. You're not fighting the clock here. Time bends a little in his presence. It's like he's saying, take it easy, we've got this. You're stronger than you realize, and this is where you feel it. The day's edges don't seem so sharp anymore. The light's shifting now, maybe sneaking through a window, but you're still here, lingering in this quiet space with God. It's like the morning stretching out just for you, a little haven before the rush. You're not digging for answers. Today, just sitting with him, letting that be enough. Maybe you're thinking about what's true, what really matters when everything else peels away. You've got his love, and that's a rock you can stand on. Whisper it to yourself if you want, he's not going anywhere. This secret place is where you remember who you are, not what you're supposed to do. You can feel the clutter in your mind start to settle like dust after a breeze. You're not running on empty today, you're filling up. Picture his grace like water, washing over the cracks you usually hide. You don't have to earn this, it's just yours. Maybe you're even humming a little, a tune that feels like peace. You're not worried about sounding spiritual enough. It's real, and that's what counts. This moment's teaching you something, how to start soft instead of stressed. You're not bracing for the day, you're stepping into it held. It's like he's saying, I see you, and that's plenty. You're carrying this with you, a quiet strength that doesn't fade. The world's still out there, but it doesn't own you yet. The morning's unfolding slow and easy now, and you're still nestled in this secret place, just you and God in the calm. It's like the day's giving you a head start, a chance to breathe before the race begins. You're not scrambling for words, just letting your heart talk. Maybe you're thinking about what you want today to hold. Kindness maybe, or a little more guts than yesterday. Tell him he's all ears. This isn't about a perfect prayer, it's about what's real for you. You can feel the tension in your shoulders loosen, like you're finally unclenching. You're not here to impress, just to connect. Picture his light cutting through the fog in your head, making things clear without trying too hard. You're not alone in the mess of life. That's sinking in deep. Maybe you're smiling at how simple this feels, no hoops to jump through. You're starting to trust the day more, knowing he's in it with you. This secret place is like a compass, pointing you straight when everything else spins. You're not begging for help, you're just taking it as it comes. It's like he's handing you a steady hand to hold. You're not weighed down now, there's a lift in your step already. This morning's rewriting how you see things bit by bit. The noise can wait, you're still here soaking it up. The morning's got a gentle rhythm now, and you're still here in this secret place wrapped up in God's quiet company. It's like the world's humming along outside, but you've got this space carved out just for now. You're not forcing anything, just letting your thoughts drift his way. Maybe you're picturing the day ahead, those little moments that could trip you up. Hand them over, He's not too small for the details. You can feel your chest lighten like you're not hauling yesterday's baggage anymore. This isn't about a checklist, it's about being known. You're starting to feel that deep down calm, the kind that doesn't shake easy. Maybe you're even noticing the sounds around you, the chirp of a bird, the creak of the floor. It's like God's winking at you through the ordinary. You're not scrambling to keep up, you're just resting here. Think about how this shifts everything. No panic, just presence. You're not asking for the moon, you're just taking the peace he's offering. It's like a soft glow spreading through you, warming the cold spots. You're not alone in this day, and that's a game changer. This secret place is where you find your footing, steady and sure. You're not hiding from life. You're getting ready for it, stronger. The clock's ticking, but it doesn't own you yet. The morning's settling into its groove now, and you're still here in this secret place, side by side with God in the hush. It's like the day's waiting patiently, letting you linger a little longer. You're not digging for deep thoughts, just letting your soul catch its breath. Maybe you're thinking about someone who's on your mind, a name that keeps popping up. Lift them up to him. It's a small thing that feels big. You can feel the tightness in your gut ease, like you're not carrying it solo. This isn't about fancy words, it's about what's true right now. You're starting to feel that quiet strength, the kind that builds slow and stays. Maybe you're noticing how the light's hitting the room, soft and steady. It's like God's leaving little breadcrumbs of calm for you. You're not rushing to fix everything, you're just here, and that's plenty. Picture the day stretching out. Not a fight, but a path you can walk. You're not begging for answers, you're trusting they'll come when they're ready. It's like he's brushing the worry off your shoulders, easy as that. You're not stuck in the grind yet, this moment's still yours. Think about how this roots you, like a tree that doesn't sway in the wind. You're not just getting by, you're starting full. The world's out there, sure, but it's not in charge here. The morning's got a soft glow to it now, and you're still tucked into this secret place. Just you and God in the stillness. It's like the day's holding its breath, giving you room to stay a bit longer. You're not chasing anything grand, just letting your heart settle into his presence. Maybe you're thinking about what's weighing you down, those quiet worries that sneak in. Give them to him. He's not too busy to take them. You can feel the load lighten, like you're shedding an old coat. This isn't about performing, it's about being real. You're starting to sense that peace that sticks, the kind you can lean on. Maybe you're hearing the world wake up outside, a car passing, a dog barking. It's like God's weaving the everyday into this moment with you. You're not scrambling for control, you're just resting in his hands. Imagine the hours ahead, not a blur, but a story he's part of. You're not grasping for strength, it's already creeping in, steady and sure. It's like he's tracing a line of calm through your chaos. You're not on edge today. This time smoothing you out. Think about how this anchors you like a boat tied safe to the dock. You're not running empty, you're filling up slow. The day's coming, yeah, but you're meeting it ready. The morning's unfolding like a quiet song now, and you're still here in this secret place wrapped up with God and the peace. It's like the world's turning slow, letting you hold on to this space a little more. You're not hunting for big epiphanies, just letting your spirit breathe easy. Maybe you're thinking about what you're thankful for, those bits of good you don't always see. Tell him it feels right to share it. You can feel your heart lift, like a knot's coming undone. This isn't about saying the right thing, it's about feeling known. You're starting to carry that warmth, the kind that doesn't flicker out fast. Maybe you're catching the scent of something familiar, coffee, rain, whatever it is. It's like God slipping comfort into the air around you. You're not pushing to figure it all out, you're just here, held. Picture the day ahead, not a race but a road you're walking with him. You're not clawing for calm, it's settling in like an old friend. It's like he's painting peace over your rough spots, soft and sure. You're not rattled this morning, this moment's got you steady. Think about how this changes your lens, making the hard stuff look smaller. You're not drained today, you're drawing from something deep. The world's waking up, sure, but you're still in charge of this quiet. The morning's in full swing now, and you're wrapping up this time in the secret place, still close with God as the day takes shape. It's like the quiet's been your fuel, charging you up for what's next. You're not leaving empty-handed. You've got His peace tucked into your soul. Maybe you're thinking about how far this carries you, beyond just today. Tell Him, you're ready. It's a good way to close this out. You can feel that strength humming like a current you didn't know you had. This isn't the end of the connection. It's the start of carrying it with you. You're noticing how the room feels alive now, full of that gentle light. It's like God saying, "You've got this and I'm right here." You're not stepping out shaky. You're solid, rooted. Picture the hours ahead. Not a grind, but a chance to live this out. You're not just hoping for good, you're expecting it, trusting Him. It's like He's handed you a spark to keep going, bright and steady. You're not the same as when you started. This time's reshaped you. Think about how this sticks, a habit worth keeping every morning. You're not alone out there. That's your edge today. Hey, if this hit home, drop a like on the video. It means a lot. Share it with someone who needs a boost too. Subscribe if you want more mornings like this. We're here to keep it real. Stick around. God's got more for you, and so do we.